This is like my fourth time trying to film this, but the first one was not working out, the next one was out of focus, so here we are with the third try. Hello everyone, my name is Olivia and welcome to a new reading vlog. This reading vlog does have a theme and I am hoping to read 2 books on my TBR that have some Gatsby elements to it. So the first book that I want to read is called A Sky Painted Gold. I don't have the copy with me because it is downstairs, but on the back of it says, I capture the castle, meets Gatsby, it's absolutely delicious. So this follows our main character Lou, who becomes friends with 2 very wealthy siblings and they have a lot of secrets surrounding them. So our main character Lou is thrust into this world of glitz and glamour and they are enamored by it, but they also want to learn more about these siblings while trying to maintain their own personality in hopes that they don't lose themselves along the way. I think this is going to be such a fun read. I just recently DNF'd Ariadne and I'm very sad about it because I wanted to do a Greek mythology inspired reading vlog and that was going to be the first book in the reading vlog and I DNF'd it because I was not enjoying it, so I am pivoting and I'm starting my Gatsby themed reading vlog. So I hope I really enjoy A Sky Painted Gold. I hope I don't DNF it because that would be incredibly embarrassing, but either way, stick around for a nice cozy reading vlog full of cinematic shots and reading updates along the way, and I hope you enjoy it. You know a book is good when I have forgotten to give you updates. I am almost done with A Sky Painted Gold and I am obsessed with this book. This book is one of the most beautifully written YA books that I have read in a while. The prose feels like poetry and it dives you into this atmospheric setting set in the 30s where we follow our main character Lou, who becomes friends with the Cardus. We have Caitlin and Robert Cardew, who are siblings, and they are very wealthy compared to Lou, who comes from a middle-class family full of a bunch of different siblings. And once she meets them and becomes friends with them, Caitlin kind of accepts her into her life as her new best friend. She definitely feels like a Daisy Buchanan type of character in a way that is much more better than Daisy Buchanan because Daisy is not a nice person. She's very superficial and doesn't feel like a real friend, but Caitlin genuinely loves Lou and wants to spoil her and wants to bring her into her lifestyle. So Lou quickly falls in love with these 2 siblings and she just falls in love with their world in general. And we see her go to parties, we see her make friends with all these affluent people, and while this is happening, she's slowly but surely kind of warming up to Robert, who she bickers with and has wonderful banter with. And when I'm reading this book, I'm picturing Anthony from Bridgerton as Robert because he has the same type of personality as him. He is tall, dark, and handsome. He has a very brooding attitude. He's very serious ever since his dad passed away and he has become the man of the house. And I just picture Anthony as Robert as these 2 characters are bantering, and I just want them to fall in love with each other. I am just obsessed with this book, and I haven't heard a lot of people's thoughts about it because I don't think a lot of people know about this book. It feels so much like a Great Gatsby story, but with a writing style that is so much more lyrical than The Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby is a very short novel that you can finish in like one day. It does have beautiful prose, but I feel like this really kicks it out of the park in terms of the visuals, the aesthetic, and the overall atmosphere. It is so good and I cannot wait to find out what's going to happen next because in the synopsis we know that the main character is falling in love with these siblings and their world, but they do have a hidden secret and I don't know what that secret is and I want to know it so badly. And I also want her to fall in love with Robert and admit her feelings for him. It is such a good book. It is so good. I am having so much fun with it. I'm definitely going to look up other books by this author because her writing style is just so beautiful and I just love her prose and it is so good. I'm so happy that I found such a good book and I cannot wait to see what the other Great Gatsby book is going to be like. I can't wait to see the influences of Gatsby in that novel because that one has more fantastical elements and this is a historical fiction. So I'm very excited to compare and contrast and hopefully I love that one as much as I love this one. And today is actually Stranger Things Day. So Stranger Things is finally out and I'm going to start watching it with my friends online at 6:30. So I'm eagerly anticipating seeing that show because it's one of my favorite shows of all time. It is just so well done and it's so nostalgic. It's just so wonderful because all these characters have very distinct personalities and they're all so lovable. And that is why I'm wearing my Stranger Things inspired outfit, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited because every episode is over an hour long and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with it. It feels like it's going to have a spookier tone as well. I'm genuinely so excited about everything. I'm so excited about this book. I'm so excited about Stranger Things. Today's a good day. Today's a really good day. Before we move on with the vlog, I wanted to do a very fun unboxing with you. Teddy Blake reached out to me, and they are a beautiful handbag company that makes luxury handbags made with real leather in Italy, but they don't have the luxury costs. They reached out to me to give me a handbag, so I want you to guess what color I got because I'm sure you can't guess what it would be. So in the box, we have a cute little cloth fabric to protect the bag. It smells so good when you open it, and I'm so excited to show it to you because this bag is so beautiful and it fits my style. It's very classic and I don't feel like it would ever go out of style. And it is a beautiful Ava Gold green purse. It's a very dark green, kind of like a forest green compared to like an emerald green. I'm pretending like I know what green colors are, but it is so beautiful, so classic. It also has a larger strap if you want to wear it as a crossbody. I think it's just very timeless and I won't ever go out of style, which is what I always look for in handbags, and I'm not usually someone who has a lot of patterns on their handbags. I want something that can always match my outfit, and because I'm trying to become a cartoon character and wear exclusively emerald green outfits, I thought to myself I should get a green purse to match all those outfits. So you kind of open up the purse like this and you take the little straps off, which I think is so cute. And inside you could feel how soft the leather is, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. It has two pockets, one with a zipper, and it's like the perfect size to also put a small water bottle in, which is something that I was looking for in a purse because I have two other purses that I can't put water bottles in, and I need to bring a water bottle with me everywhere. So I think that this one can house one perfectly, and I am just so in love with it. I think it is so beautiful and it really fits my style. So thank you so much to Teddy Blake for offering to give me a handbag. I will be sure to link their website down below along with the specific purse if you want to get one to match with me. It is the Ava Gold in size 11, so they have I think two other sizes. One is a size up and one is a size down, so this is like the medium size, and I think it's perfect for everyday wear. Thank you so much to Teddy Blake. I am so in love with this purse. I think it is absolutely beautiful and I'm so happy with it. Is so good. This book is so good. Oh my god. I did it. I finished A Sky Painted Gold and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. My second 5 out of 5 star read in 2022, and I've already read like 32 books, which is like a lot of books to only rate 2 books 5 stars. So like this is a big deal for me. This is a big deal. A Sky Painted Gold was just such a fantastic book. It was so beautifully written. It was lush. It was atmospheric and also had the intense Gatsby vibes because there were so many parties being thrown. I really loved Lou and how she was thrown into this world, kind of like Nick Carraway in The Great Gatsby. And all these side characters were so well thought out. They all had their own distinct personality and their distinct motivations that blended seamlessly into Lou's life as she is thrust into this world of wealth and refinement, and she's just an ordinary girl who kind of gets lost in the atmosphere of it all. She's lost in the opulence and the gifts that she's constantly receiving and the parties that are always being thrown, and you get to witness her shift from becoming an ordinary person to falling in love with the Cardus and everything they have to offer, kind of like The Great Gatsby. I feel like this is the perfect like Great Gatsby retelling without being too on the nose. It's very distinct in its own story, and it definitely has its own storyline, but it's very much inspired and kind of like an ode to The Great Gatsby and everything that's really fun about that story. It was addictive to read and I did not want to put it down, and after that 50-page mark, I feel like I really dove into the story. It was very slow for me personally, and I wasn't sure if I was going to like this story, but once I got over that 50-page mark, I was in this story. I was falling in love as Lou fell in love with Robert and Caitlin and all these different characters, and I just thought it was so good. And I do think the ending wrapped up a little bit too nicely for me. I feel like if we had like 50 more pages of tension and just wondering how these characters are going to fix their lives, I think that would have really made the story stronger. But overall, I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars because I genuinely had such a great time reading it. It made me fall back in love with reading. It made me excited to read, and it made me excited to dive back into the story, to follow along with these characters and see them grow up, see them throw these parties, see them have fun, and I think it was just such a fun read. I'm just so happy that this reading vlog is turning out so amazing, so I'm so excited to dive into the next Great Gatsby inspired story and see if that one will enamor me as well. I have not given an update for this vlog in a while, and I wanted to give you my thoughts about Wild and Wicked Things because I am 18% through the story right now, and it's okay. It's not as good as The Sky Painted Gold. I don't feel as connected to it. I don't feel connected to the characters. I feel like they're very one-dimensional, and I'm just kind of wondering what's going to happen, and the magic system isn't really described because this does deal with witches, and they're only ever describing the fact that there is magic, and it is banned kind of like in the 20s when alcohol was banned. So it's kind of like a prohibition but for magic, which is a very cool concept, but I don't feel like I know a lot about the magic system, and I don't feel like there's a lot happening in this story. I don't even know if I want to continue with the story. I'm going to try and continue listening to it to see if I enjoy it, but I think if I hit like the 25% mark and I'm not enjoying the story, I might just stop it because I see no reason in spending hours of my time listening to a story that I'm just very lukewarm about compared to A Sky Painted Gold that I just could not stop reading and I really enjoyed. Finally here to close out my vlog after not filming 4 weeks. I got incredibly sick in the beginning of June and it prevented me from filming, and I actually DNF'd it, I think 20% of the way through. And for this DNF, I don't want it to deter you from reading this book. This book is a historical fantasy with witchy elements, and I don't tend to read fantasy, and I've never read a book about witches, something that I'm not terribly interested in. And I went into this book trying to break out of my comfort zone, and it was a little bit too far out of my comfort zone. I wasn't connected with the characters, I wasn't connected with the story, but I think if you are a fan of fantasy, if you are a fan of stories centered around witches, you would greatly enjoy this book. I just knew that this book was not for me and I wouldn't enjoy it as much as others would, so I decided to DNF it because I don't want to force myself to read something that I'm not enjoying. But that's not to say that the story is not good, the story is just not for me. So that is another piece of proof that fantasy is not for me, and that is totally fine. Everyone has their preferred genre, and fantasy is definitely not mine. But I did read a 5-star read, which was A Sky Painted Gold, and I am so happy that I found a new favorite read of mine in this reading vlog, even though I DNF'd the other book that I wanted to read for this vlog. So you win some, you lose some, and I am totally fine with it. It was a really fun experiment to read 2 books that remind me of The Great Gatsby. But that is the end of this vlog. Let me know if you have read any other books that remind you of The Great Gatsby that you think would be right up my alley. Let me know if you have read any of these books as well and what you think about them, because I would love to discuss your thoughts down below. If you want to follow me anywhere else on social media like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all of that will be linked in the description of this video. If you have any other reading vlog challenges or themes that you would like me to try out where I compare a couple of books to each other, I would love to hear your thoughts down below and take your ideas into account, because these are some of my favorite videos to film, and I hope they're some of your favorite videos to watch as well. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you in another vlog very soon. Bye!